Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Welcome back to my channel. So if you saw my recent video, we had a play around making some journal cards with decoupage napkins. I had bought those kind of blank pieces from a in a pile of blank kind of pieces, and so I just decoupaged up a bunch, and I think we just made 3 so far. So of course I've got loads more left to do. So I thought, let's come along and have a play. And I thought, what better thing to mix them with than some of the large images. So I've just got some large images here from my, large images kits, cut out and ready to use. These are all, I think, from the nature slash, botanical large images, actually. Not intentionally, but that just happens to be, that's the way it's gone. So I'm just going to pull in a few of these just to use. Again, 3 seems to be a good kind of amount for me, and yeah, very doubtful that I would actually get more than 3 made in the space of a video. So yeah, let's kind of get cracking. Now this one, I had a bit of a mishap when I actually decoupaged this. I hadn't realized that I hadn't peeled off both the layers of the napkin. So subsequently I've got obviously the underneath layer, which has adhered, and the top layer didn't on one side and the top layer did on the other side, if you see what I mean. So, I just thought, well, actually, let's just go with that and leave it as it is. So I've got like half with the decoupage napkin and half with the decoupage plain napkin, if you see what I mean. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of line them up like this, and then let's just have a look. Obviously this bird, this kind of just happened to like fall on this, and I thought, I wouldn't probably have put this bird on this this pattern, but weirdly it looks really good, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm going to try and be a bit more adventurous and mix things up a little bit more than I perhaps would sometimes, or in most of the time perhaps. So I've got the toadstool. Now I have to say, doesn't that toadstool look lovely on here? Now obviously these are large images, so I'm going to kind of have them hanging off and cut them off. To me that feels fine. I don't mind kind of doing that. I've got this beautiful large butterfly here, which again, it goes quite nicely on that piece, or we could be a bit more, adventurous colour-wise and maybe kind of mix it up and have something else colour-wise. The only thing is when we're doing that, I just find then I might struggle to actually use it when it comes to using the finished piece. I'm just going to finish my tea. Right. Luckily, I'm a fast tea drinker. So, yeah. Right, okay. So, let's kind of do these one at a time. So, let's go for the orange. Or do we want to go for the green? Like I say, the only thing that's kind of making me hesitate, I actually think the orange looks really good on here. But when I then came to use this in a journal, I would perhaps feel like it doesn't really go with the journal. Let's stop faffing around and just be adventurous, and yeah, let's kind of go for it. So I'm just going to cut that down like that so that he's going to be on there in half. Now I've got some of my bright book plates, I think, as well, which I thought might be quite nice with this. Oh, maybe not those, because they're not the right colour at all. Okay, hold on. Oh, I've actually got a few things that, funnily enough, I've actually got a few things that are potentially going to look good on here. So I've got some black words, which I think would look quite nice. And then my... Well, I was thinking I had my book plates, my coloured book plates, but actually now I can't see them anywhere. Oh well, we will we'll just make do without those then, perhaps. That's fine. Right, okay, so I might start off by rounding my corners. Again, I don't always round the corners off, but I think that's possibly quite a nice way to finish them off. It makes them look a bit more finished off, I suppose. So yeah, let's just round those corners. And I might just round the corners of all the cards. Oops. I don't know what's going on with my corner punch. Okay. So this is my newer one. which is a bigger, you know, bigger rounded corner. My other one, it was only a small, oh gosh, a small rounded corner. This one is the larger rounded corner. Oh, I think it must just be that it's struggling. Oh my goodness, because these are quite thick. I don't know. I don't feel like I have the strength to do it in one or two of these places. Oh, right, okay. Perhaps it's kind of getting caught on the napkin. You know, like the napkin is not very punchable. So yeah, touch wood, it seems to be better turning it over. Right, okay, got around that. So excuse my fingers, please. Obviously, this is the same day for me as I did the other video. And we used lots of gesso and paint and things like that. So yeah, I'm still a little bit messy from that. So I do apologise. That's quite nice on there as well, isn't it? Yes, right. Oh, I can see I'm going to have to do more of these because every time I touch something, I then think, oh, you know, that looks nice now. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks nice. So yeah, I'm going to have this. Now, I'm wondering whether I might want to, what's the word? You know, heat emboss this. So it's going to be shiny on here. So I'm just going to get some book page to just put this on. I just thought this would make it stand out really nicely. So, and I just like to use my Versamark, please excuse the state of my Versamark ink pad. Believe it or not, it's not that old. Well, I say that, it's probably older than I think actually. But yeah, definitely have replaced it in recent years anyway. But it's still got lots of stick on it. So yeah, it's seen better days, but they get quite messy quite quickly. Right, I'm just going to quickly heat emboss this. Now, when I'm doing a large item like this, I find it helps to do it in a couple of stages. So just quickly. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it round and do the other half. And I will like overlap the section where the two halves join, if that makes sense. It's just kind of how I find best to do it. If it's, you know, if it's an object that I want to do the whole of it, you know, and saves burning your fingers or having to use tweezers. So you can see, I mean, that's kind of distress inked there. So then what I'll do is I'll turn it round now and we'll distress ink the other half here. And actually, to be honest, I could probably go over quite a bit of it like that. Okay, like that. Okay. Right, okay. So to be honest, it probably needs a whole nother coat all over because I don't know if you can see that. There's some patches which are patchy, basically. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just do it one more time, but the whole of it again. So just going right over the whole of it there. Well, not the whole of it, but you know, one half. And then I will do the other half again. So just dip that into that powder there. Okay. Like that. And this is just clear embossing powder with my, you know, what was a clear, very sticky ink pad. I really love embossed things and embossing, and you know, for some reason I just don't really do it that much, and I don't know why that is, but yeah, I mean, I really should do it more often because I love the look of it, you know, and the kind of different appearance that it gives. I really should, yeah, I should do it more. I mean, isn't that just gorgeous? I'm hoping that the camera's picking that up. So you can probably see just the top half needs a little bit more. So I'm just going to again dip it back into the powder, the ink pad, back into the powder, and then one last time just emboss the whole thing again, or heat the whole thing again. Okay, right. Okay, so hopefully you can see the only patch that's a little bit funny is just here, but you know, it's fine. It's going to look fine once it's actually stuck down on the thingamy-bob, you know, the journal card. So yeah, let's just quickly get rid of that. Okie dokie. Right, and I was having him on here, wasn't I? Honestly, for a minute I thought, oh, which one did I think he was going on? So yeah, I'm going to have him on there. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then shall we just have a bit of book page or something like that behind him? So I'm just going to pull in some book page. Okay, let's just see what I've got here. Just got some. Okay, so I might just quickly ink this book page before putting it down. Like that. Okay, so I hope everyone's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting, having some, you know, nice time, and, you know, doing some nice projects. Whoops. Now out of glue. This is just one of those days for me. Today has been one of those days, you know, the days, and I know I've talked about this before, but you know, you get them days where every single time you look at your watch, or, you know, the time has gone another, like, you know, 20 minutes or half an hour. It's been one of those crazy days today. I hate those days. They just literally fly by so quickly. And it's so irritating just watching the time absolutely whiz by. Yeah, and that's just how it's been today. So yeah, really not my favourite type of day at all. Right, now I'm going to just glue this down with the wet glue. So I would normally probably you know, have used the hot glue for this. The reason I'm not really is because sometimes the hot glue can kind of remelt the embossing powder. So just for that purpose, I'm just using the wet glue instead. I mean, it's a little bit frustrating because obviously I have to keep pressing it now to make sure it's actually sticking down. But, you know, it probably is just better as a safety measure, you know, so it's not sort of relifting. Not relifting, remelting. Yeah, remelting, because then what happens is that you can then end up getting like fingerprints in it and things like that. So yeah, just from that point of view, it's kind of better to do like this. Right, so I've got my black words here. Oh, I've actually got these words as well, which I've forgotten about. Oh, I was thinking black words, but actually I'm now not sure. I mean, I suppose I could have both. There's no reason I couldn't have both, is there? Oh, yeah, might have to have both. And again, I'm thinking gold. I know it's probably really boring watching me just constantly use gold, but I'm so loving the gold at the moment. It just looks awesome. You know, it just adds something so wow to a project. So yeah, I'm sorry that it's really boring to keep using the same old thing, but I just really can't get enough of it at the moment. Now I've also got these little flowers that are from Amazon, which again, I know I've showed these in a video recently, but I'm not sure which order my videos are. So it might be that you've seen these or you might not have done, I'm afraid. So, but they're just, you know, from Amazon, but I'm wondering whether I could have, you know, something like that on there. I mean, it looks perfectly fine, like, you know, like this. It doesn't really necessarily need the flower. But that said, the flower does look pretty, doesn't it? So I'm just going to, actually I'm going to hot glue that flower down like that. And then I'm going to hot glue the word onto there. Now, I don't know whether you can see what's going on here, but yeah, because I've used the wet glue for this, it's not staying stuck down quite yet. I mean, it will stay, you know, it's staying stuck down, if you see what I mean, but obviously the edges are slightly curling up because it's thick. Okay, so we've just got beauty there. How gorgeous does that look? Love how that looks. And then the capture the moment. Oh, might have that over that side actually. Wondering whether we want to have another little green butterfly for that. Green flower, not butterfly, sorry. Oh, or maybe like that. So yeah. And I don't think I need to edge this one with gold. So just going to, yeah, pop that down like that. How gorgeous does that card look? Absolutely love how that looks. And then I'm just thinking, go round the edge with a bit of gold. Maybe not right the way round, but just like, you know, 1 or 2 spots. So right down there. I know, I just said, oh, not around the whole thing. And of course, look at me. I'm just taking it around pretty much the whole thing. Oh, just can't get enough of that gold. Like that. Oh, how yummy and scrumptious does that card look? And how quick and easy was that to put together? I mean, definitely, yeah, gorgeous. Right, let's move that to one side. Right, let's do the next one. So the next one is this one. So again, I'm just going to ink up my bird here a little bit, just because where I've cut him out, it's just got a couple of white kind of patches there, like where his feet are and things like that. So yeah, just ink him up around there. Okay. Let's have Dream a Little Dream. Okay, oops. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I've got hot glue threads literally everywhere. I don't know why, but sometimes they're just worse than others. And today they're all over everywhere. Trailing, you know, you name it, they're there. Right. Just wondering whether I could have another one of those green flowers, because I only used obviously 2 and those flowers have like 3 layers. No, I don't think I like that. Wondering whether I could get away with one of those green book plates on here. It's probably the wrong colour green, but I do absolutely love this colour. So yeah, just wondering whether I could get away with one. Let's try. That journal. Let's try this. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Yeah, love how that looks. Now, do we want some book page or anything behind him, I wonder? Got just a piece of doily here. Let's just see whether, because I'm thinking, does he need something to, you know, make him stand out a bit more or anything like that? That's quite nice, isn't it? Maybe we won't have this Dream a Little Dream on this one, but I have also got my bright butterflies, which, to be honest, we possibly could have one of those. Oh, there's one in green, as luck would have it. Oh, there's this one actually in red. I just love bright stuff, to be honest. I'm wondering about this one because it picks up that one that's over there. So now these are printed on 250 GSM photo quality paper, and I say this all the time. Hopefully it's listed down below in my Amazon links. I know that I've had lots of problems with my Amazon links. I'm really trying to work on them, and yeah, I mean, hopefully they're working now. It's called Ice Photo Quality Ice is the brand. So if for any reason my, you know, links aren't working, that's the thing to search for. And it is amazing paper. Now, the only thing that I will say is, for some reason, my printer does not like taking it through because it's so thick. It's 250. I mean, it's proper thick paper, you know, slash card. And yeah, my printer does not like taking it through. And I know I've said this so many times, but it kind of whips it through. It doesn't jam or anything like that, but it just whips it through and kind of cuts off like the top edge for about, you know, that much. And I mean, I'm not saying it's not a problem. It's pretty annoying. It depends what it is you're printing, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, a lot of things, obviously, it just means you're going to have a row of something that maybe is unusable. But I love the quality of the print so much that actually, you know, I still think, even though I lose half of it, or not half of it, but, you know, a portion of it, I still think it's worth using because I really love the, you know, the finished quality of the prints. Yeah, I mean, that said, that's on my printer. And I know I say this a lot as well, but obviously all printers are different. And just because that happens on my printer doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen on your printer. You know, it might be perfectly fine on your printer. Or, you know, who knows, maybe the quality of the prints wouldn't be as good on your printer. I mean, the only thing really that I would kind of say is, you know, play around and find the paper that suits you best, the quality that is best on your printer. Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of trial and error thing. It's unfortunate that, of course, you know, paper's not cheap. That said, I mean, I haven't really ever had a paper that's so rubbish, you know, I couldn't use it. Most paper, I think, is of a reasonable quality, you know, and produces, you know, pretty good prints. It's only really that this is so vivid and crisp that, to be honest, when you then put things next to it, you think, oh my goodness, you know, look at that paper. If you did not have the, you know, like the comparison, you wouldn't even be aware of it, and you would be perfectly happy with the paper that you've got, if you see what I mean. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't kind of say it's an essential thing, but, you know, if you do manage to find a, you know, a paper that actually really produces amazing quality prints, you know, it's just when you then put it next to like your old paper, perhaps that you used previously or something, you might then think, oh, you know, there is a difference. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on it, really. But that said, yeah, I mean, of course, you know, I've not really had a paper that's terrible or anything like that. It's only that when I'm comparing the two, this is like an exceptional quality paper. And yeah, it's only when you then put it next to another paper that really becomes apparent. You know, the colours are so vivid and bold on this. You know, it really is a pleasure to use this paper. So yeah, it's just a shame about the printer not really liking it. That said, I think it's because it's the 250. You know, I'm not sure if they do a lesser GSM. I mean, I do use quite a bit of 230, but I think that's a different brand, if I recall. But I'm wondering whether, like, if they did a 230 in the Ice brand, then perhaps that would be just as good. But the printer wouldn't then, you know, sort of have a, you know, not a meltdown, but, you know, have a funny 5 minutes when it's taking it through. Yeah, I mean, just something to, I guess, be aware of. But, you know, my biggest thing is just, you know, play around and find the one that works best for your printer. Because, you know, all printers are different. And to be honest, it is surprising the, you know, the differences between the papers. Okay. Okey-dokey. I mean, again, this obviously looks lovely because that napkin is so pretty. I mean, how could things not look pretty on that gorgeous napkin? You know, I mean, it would be hard to not look lovely, wouldn't it, when it's on such a gorgeous napkin. So again, I'm going to just gold the edges. Now, do I want to distress this a bit as well? Might just distress it slightly. Honestly, I mean, slightly just goes to like suddenly the whole thing, doesn't it? But yeah. Oh dear. Right. So much for slightly. Now I've got just one white patch, which looked a bit strange. So, right, the whole thing's now distressed. And then just going to go around the edge with my gold. Again, you know, not necessarily on every single edge, but yeah, just the majority. Like that. Okay, so that looks nice, doesn't it? Now, could do something like a little file foldery tab or something like that on this. Just wondering whether I've got... Oh gosh, no. I was wondering whether I had any card that would be, you know, a good colour on this. Got this. Not too bad. Let's just see. Just take that down there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad colour-wise, is it? Might have that up there, or we could have it down here. I quite like a tab like on the lower sections for some reason. I think they look quite nice. So let's just punch those. Like that, okay. And again, just going to gold around this. You know, just so it's got that continuity really of the gold. Now obviously on the back it has got slight blue. Again, you know, I'm not really too worried about that. So, right. Okay. That looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, so that's that one. It's lovely. Just pop that to one side. And the last one is this one here, which we said we were going to put the toadstool on. And again, the toadstool is obviously going to be, you know, hanging off to the edge, which is fine. And, oh, shall we have this a little dream on the side there? I think that looks quite nice, doesn't it? And do we want any book page or anything on the underneath? Because this is that one that you know, had that mishap with the, you know, some napkin on and some off, if you see what I mean. So yeah, maybe just have a little bit of book page coming out behind there. So yeah. Okay. Like that. Okay, and then we'll just snip that down. Again, just now squish that down like that, and yeah. Okay, so that looks pretty, doesn't it, already? Now, I am going to ink this all up because obviously it's very white, you know, because the napkin was white, the base was white. So, you know, it's predominantly white. So, yeah, let's just do that. Okay, I might just distress my mushroom. Now, obviously it's not really going to show up a great deal because it's sort of brown colour, but yeah, I guess it will show off. You know, it will make a little bit of a difference. So, like that. So I'm going to have it like that. And then I'm just wondering whether we might want to have like some contrasty bits. So, I mean, like here, I've got a couple of butterflies. I love the look of like a butterfly on top of the toadstool. I always think that looks really cute. Just looks lovely, doesn't it? Okay. Like that. Oh, how cute does that butterfly look up there? Just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And we could have the dream a little dream down there. Now I'm just wondering whether we want another butterfly. So, I mean, these have obviously got a very, very different look to the ones that we made in the previous video, you know, with the photographs on them. You know, these all look, well, I mean, they're all nature themed apart from anything else. But, yeah, they've got a very, very different appearance, haven't they? So, yeah, I guess, I mean, it's just kind of showing, you know, how very different things can look just from, you know, the basic same supplies. I.e., you know, the napkins with the, just going to try it this way around. Oh, yeah, that's much better, isn't it? Isn't that surprising? Like, just the difference that that can make by just switching the order of those butterflies round. It really just changes the whole thing, doesn't it? Oops. Yeah. They were obviously much more vintagey kind of looking, and these are sort of nature themed, but we've used basically the same supplies. So just all of these, you know, blank journal card pieces that I've managed to pick up that whole big bundle of, and then just decoupaged with the napkin over a whole bunch of them. And then just by using such different toppers, i.e., you know, the nature ones here in the large version, and then in the other one, the little photographs, my goodness, I mean, how completely different do these cards look? I mean, they could not look more different, could they? So, yeah, I mean, I really think, you know, it's surprising how much you can do is what I'm trying to say, I suppose, with the same supplies and just like a change of topper or something like that. So, yeah. I'm not sure which I prefer, actually. I loved the ones that we made before. There was one that I didn't like. But having said that, I really, really love how these look, to be honest. They look so, so pretty. Yeah, really pretty. So I'm just going to gold around here. Just that gold paint's just staring at me. So, yeah, I just couldn't quite resist using it again. I'm nearly out of my little Brian paint stick now. Just this gold one. Obviously, the others have still got, you know, pretty much the whole sticks left. But yeah, I'm going to have a hunt and see if I can just buy one, you know, just the gold one, because I would use it a lot, and I have obviously used that one a lot. So yeah, I mean, how gorgeous does that look? Let's pull in the ones that we have done today and see the 3 different looks that we've got. So don't they just look so scrumptious? Oh, I love them. I'm not sure which is my favourite today. Weirdly, I mean, I'm not really a yellow person, and I've said this lots of times before. I mean, I don't know why. Other people use yellow and I always really like it. If I use yellow, I'm just never that fussed by it. But I have to say, I love how this looks. It's so, so, so pretty. And like I said, I mean, weird how just changing the order of those butterflies completely transformed that card, didn't it? But I do absolutely love this one with this what's the word, heat embossed, you know, shiny butterfly. And then I do love that one too, because I just absolutely adore that napkin that one's on. So yeah, I'm not sure which one's my favorite. Let me know if you've got a favorite, which one you think is the nicest one. And yeah, I hope this has given you some inspiration, and yeah, have fun if you're going to be making some. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.